Do you ever feel like you're doing the whole parenting thing wrong? Don't worry, you're not the only one. Hey, Allie here. Let's have a little chat about parenting. I know, kind of controversial, but I want to share with you a resource that really helped me. A book called Hunt, Gather, Parent by Michaleen Doucleff. This book was refreshing and kind of difficult all at once because it opened my eyes to a lot of things that Western culture has actually screwed up when it comes to parenting. There are a few things that Michaleen did with her 3-year-old that I find I'm doing with my 11-month-old that are kind of controversial in other parts of the world. A couple of things she mentions in the book that she was doing wrong with her 3-year-old, I actually found I was doing wrong with my 11-month-old. Those 3 things were constantly giving demands to your children all day long. Number 2, forcing your kids to do things or doing them for them. And number 3, forcing a routine upon them, even if it brings tears to both parties. So how do we effectively raise independent, autonomous, healthy children? Well, her approach is nothing new. She brings to light teachings from tribes in Africa, Mexico, the Arctic, that they've been doing for hundreds of years. The key? Back off. Let your kid explore. Be a safety net. Be there if they need you. Number 2, ask for help. Do not be afraid to ask for help. Ask your neighbor. Ask your friend. Even if it feels uncomfortable, it's okay to ask for help. The nuclear family is a term that she uses in the book that explains what families are in Western culture. Mom, dad, kids, or mom, kids, parents, and kids. In most parts of the world, you have grandparents, cousins, you've got neighbors, friends, distant cousins. There's always someone there to watch after your little one. The nuclear family is a new thing here in the States, and it makes it really hard for parents. Instead of having a lot of people help with all the duties of the house, you, maybe the mom or mom and dad, are now in charge of cooking, cleaning, babysitting, you're in charge of chauffeuring. I mean, you're in charge of everything. No wonder the depression rates are so high in this country and even in Western culture because we're trying to do everything all at once. Her main thing is to lean on your tribe. You've got to ask for help. We recently spent time in Bulgaria with my husband's family, and it was really hard for me to let go. I realized how in control of Max's life I was by myself because I was the one home with him, am the one home with him all of the time, basically since his birth. So the idea of going to Bulgaria and having cousins, grandparents, friends, random people that were friends of the family coming in and out of the household and taking care of Max was really hard for me. It was hard for me to let go. But it was really freeing when I realized I was able to go get a coffee or take a shower or take a nap or go change my clothes or just go somewhere without having to inform or check on Max because I knew that he was taken care of. That nuclear family doesn't really exist in Bulgaria. So it was really hard for me coming back here. Now I know that I need to lean on my friends, on my neighbors. I've already had my neighbor downstairs offer to help me because I was bringing groceries up. And her door was open and I asked if she was free to watch Max. And she said, of course. It just takes asking. It might be uncomfortable at first, but it's pretty cool knowing that I actually do have a foundation, a support group around me. I just have to be open to it. Another part of the book that I really liked, that I'm excited to implement once Max is old enough, a couple years, is allowing kids to help with tasks around the house. Sure, it may have the opposite effect, right? They're a little bit young, they don't quite know how to do the dishes, to vacuum, to sweep, to do the laundry, to take out the trash, but teaching them when they're that age actually helps raise them into those independent, autonomous children. The idea of allowing kids when they're young to help because they want to, then raises children to offer help instead of demanding it. One of my favorite quotes from the book is, "Misbehavior is a child's way of asking for more responsibility." Imagine every misbehaved child was instead given some responsibility. What kind of independent, autonomous adults would those children be? My goodness, I can't wait to see. Let me know in the comments below one thing that you love about your parenting style. As always, thank you so much for being here. Please give that subscribe button some love, tap that little bell to be notified of new videos coming out every Thursday at 11 a.m. And I'll see you next week. Choose happiness and stay mindful. Bye!